All right, so for our first day with Gravit, we're going to go over the basic shapes and some of the tools that you'll be using to make those shapes. So you have your option in here for tools. And so this is your shape option. We're not going to use line, but we are going to use most of these other ones. So if I start with rectangle, you can draw just a regular rectangle. Your fill over here, if you want to change the colors, because I know that doesn't show up very well, I can click this and I have all of these different colors available. So if I pick the green, then you can choose different greens from up here, and you can see on that rectangle how they change the fill color that you're using. You can use that for all of the other ones. So we'll just keep this one red for now. We'll go over more color later on. But if I'm going to draw another rectangle, so I'm going to go back up to my square tool. Now if I hold shift this time, watch what happens. It's going to keep it as a perfect square. It doesn't matter where the mouse goes. It's got a perfect square. Now I'll let this one go. It'll also be red because I already had that fill color selected. Now it's a little bit different if I want to change sizes. So if I click this corner now, see how it's not a perfect square anymore? I can squish it. If I want to keep it a perfect square, I can hold down shift again and it'll keep that square shape. But this one, now if I hold down shift, it's already a rectangle. So all it does is keep, it's called the aspect ratio. It keeps the same shape, it just makes it larger or smaller. So the shift button is a good hotkey when you start editing your shapes on what they're going to look like. Another hotkey, which is short for shortcut, is the Control D, which I just clicked. Watch what happens. It made another one. See how it shifted off to the side a little bit? You can see the corners are different up there, but I can move it off to the side. Now you can see that there's two of them. If I select both of these shapes and I push Control D, now I've got four of them. This program is really good about lining stuff up for you as you start to move things around. And you saw the little snap marks that it makes. See that right through the middle there? That means I know it's centered on the left and centered on the right. So now I've got those four. So while you're building your shapes together, you know how to Control D and you know how to change the aspect ratio with holding shift.